The tale of Troy begins with a love story, a story of passion and betrayal that set the stage for one of the most legendary conflicts in history. It all started when Paris, a handsome prince of Troy, was chosen by the gods to judge a beauty contest among Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite. Each goddess offered him a bribe to win the title of the most beautiful, and Paris chose Aphrodite's offer of the love of the most beautiful mortal woman, Helen. Helen, the wife of Menelaus, king of Sparta, was renowned throughout the land for her unparalleled beauty. When Paris arrived in Sparta, he and Helen fell deeply in love, and together they fled back to Troy, leaving behind a furious Menelaus who sought vengeance for the Menelaus, feeling dishonored and enraged, called upon his brother Agamemnon, the powerful king of Mycenae and commander of the Greek armies, to help him retrieve Helen and exact revenge on Troy. Agamemnon, eager to expand his empire and assert his dominance over the Aegean, eagerly agreed, and thus began the legendary conflict known as the Trojan War. Agamemnon rallied the greatest heroes of Greece to his cause, including the indomitable Achilles, a demigod of unparalleled skill and strength, Odysseus, the cunning and resourceful king of Ithaca, Ajax, the mighty warrior from Salamis, and many others. Together they assembled a vast fleet of 1,000 ships, each filled with warriors eager to win glory and honor in battle. On the shores of Troy, the Greek armada arrived, a formidable force that seemed to stretch from horizon to horizon. Inside the mighty walls of Troy, Prince Hector, eldest son of King Priam, and the greatest warrior of the Trojan people, prepared to defeat. The war that followed was a long and bloody struggle marked by heroic deeds and tragic losses on both sides. The Greeks laid siege to the city, launching relentless assaults against Troy's impregnable walls, while the Trojans fought with courage and determination to protect their homes and loved ones. In the midst of the conflict, the heroes of both sides distinguished themselves with acts of valor and bravery. Achilles, driven by his insatiable thirst for glory, carved a path of destruction through the Trojan ranks, his legendary prowess in battle unmatched by any other warrior. Yet, even Achilles was not immune to the tragedies of war, as he faced the loss of his beloved companion Patroclus, who was slain in battle by the Trojan prince Hector. Consumed by grief and rage, Achilles swore vengeance upon Hector, the noblest of the Trojan heroes, and challenged him to single combat outside the walls of Troy. The duel between Achilles and Hector was a spectacle of unmatched skill and ferocity, a clash of titans that shook the very foundations of the earth. In the end, it was Achilles who emerged victorious, slaying Hector in a moment of brutal triumph. Yet, even as he stood over his fallen foe, Achilles was haunted by the realization that his quest for glory had come at a terrible cost, and that the true price of victory was measured not in gold or glory, but in the lives of those he held dear. The death of Hector was a grievous blow to the people of Troy, who mourned the loss of their greatest champion. Yet, even in the face of tragedy, the spirit of Troy endured as the city rallied behind its new hero, the valiant Prince Aeneas, who vowed to lead his people to safety and ensure that the legacy of Troy would live on. As the war raged on, both sides suffered great losses, and the land was stained with the blood of countless warriors. But in the end, it was the Greeks who emerged victorious as they breached the walls of Troy and sacked the city, bringing an end to one of the greatest conflicts the world had ever known. Yet, even as Troy fell, its spirit lived on, immortalized in song and story as a testament to the power of love, honor, and sacrifice. And though the city itself may have crumbled to dust, its legend endured, a reminder to future generations of the folly of war and the enduring strength of the human spirit.